We're hearing for the first time tonight from the wife of Alan Rose, a tow truck driver, tragically dragged to his death behind an SUV that he was trying to tow. This story, of course, has really struck a nerve across southern Colorado. Today, Mrs. Rose wants to say thank you for the massive outpouring of support through this entire situation and to remind people that her husband was much more than just a man who died in a very public and tragic way. Carolyn Carver spoke exclusively with Mrs. Rose today.
It's very hard and it's a very tragic situation, and I can't imagine anyone else having to go through this, because I honestly don't know how I'm making through.
Taking it day by day, Renee Rose carries both wedding rings now, hers on her hand, her husband's around her neck. Alan Rose was the love of her life, and it was love at first sight.
2.5 months later, we were married, and a year later, we had a daughter. And 14 years later, 2 kids, and now he's gone.
Gone, dragged to death behind an SUV back in February. A death that for this community will be hard to forget. Coming out in force in the following days and the following weeks just to show the family support.
It's taken such a negative thing and shown me that people do care. So many other people in the towing community, is the service and all of the tow trucks and all of the repo vehicles and everybody that was there was just absolutely amazing.
Day after day, she has a hard time fighting through that grief and that loss.
My alarm goes off, okay, they gotta get to school, so I'm up and going. It's not easy. I'd rather just curl up in bed and stay there,
But she knows her husband would want more for his family. She just wishes he could be there, by her side, at their son's graduation, and someday there to walk his little girl down the aisle. Rob, closure is a distant concept for this family. There's still a lot of civil and court cases left to be had in the months and years to come. Deetra Ferries, the woman accused of manslaughter and vehicular homicide in his death, is due back in court April 15th. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, Carolyn Carver, News First 5.
Carolyn, thanks. We appreciate her speaking out to the entire community. What a story. Thanks. Now to a developing situation out of Denver.